Hello everyone, so today is 26th of August and we are going to discuss some of the important MCQs from the Hindu for your TISS, IIFT and XAT examination. Before I start, I just want to say that if you want to enroll to our GK course that will contain the GK for TISS, NET, then IIFT, then XAT also, you can enroll by WhatsApping me at 7764869624 and the fee will be 2000 only. Now this video series which you are watching, that is also a part of that course only. It will continue as public video for some days and then it will become private. So come to the first question. It says Global Innovation Index is released by which of the following organization? And the options are INSEAD, University and WIPO, that is World Intellectual Property Organization, then INSEAD and WEF, that is World Economic Forum, then Oxford and UNDP, that is United Nations Development Program, and WTO plus Oxford. So out of this, which one is correct? So the correct answer for this will be A, that is INSEAD and WIPO. Okay, so INSEAD and WIPO come out with Global Innovation Index, and there was an article in the Hindu, it's time for Industrial Revolution 4.0. In that only there was mention of this particular index. Now come to second question. It says which of the following organization approves the minimum support price and the fair and remunerative price? So the fair and remunerative price is for sugarcane and the minimum support price is for 24 other grains. A says Cabinet Committee on Agriculture, B says Commission on Agricultural Cost and Prices, C says Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, and D says Niti Aayog. Okay, so the answer for this will be Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, because the question is which of the following organization approves the minimum support price. It is recommended by Commission on Agriculture Cost and Prices, but it is approved. The approval is given by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, which is headed by the Prime Minister. So there is a difference. Then the recommendation is given by Commission on Agricultural Cost and Pricing, but the final approval is given by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. So there was a news regarding this. Center raises fair price of sugarcane. Now the third question says Nandi Hills are located in which of the following state? And A option says Uttrakhand, B says Karnataka, C says Tamil Nadu, and D says Gujarat. So basically Nandi Hills is also famous because the first SAARC summit which happened in India in 1986 was held there only. So at that location only it was held. It is also famous for a fort which was owned by Tipu Sultan, and it was sort of impregnable where it is located. So as I told you about that hill had a fort by Tipu Sultan, so the obvious answer is Karnataka, because Tipu Sultan belonged to Mysore. So Karnataka will be the answer, and there was a news heavy rains triggers landslips at Nandi Hills. Now come to question number 4. It says Google has launched a campaign Be Internet Awesome for children, particularly Indian children. So for which it has collaborated with a comic publication. So which of the following is the comic publication with which Google has collaborated to come up with a campaign called Be Internet Awesome? A says Raj Comics, B says Diamond Comics, C says Marvel Comics, and D says Amar Chitra Katha. So the answer for this is also quite obvious, Amar Chitra Katha. And there was a news for this, as you can see, Google and Amar Chitra Katha to offer internet safety lessons to children. Okay. Now question number 5. It says Bhartiya Mazdoor Sangh. Bhartiya Mazdoor Sangh, this name is very important for those of you who are applying for HRM, because this is one of the trade union, and when you will read the full name of your course, that is HRM and LR, you have to study labor studies as well. In that you will have to know about trade unions. So Bhartiya Mazdoor Sangh is the largest trade union of this country. So the question says, Bhartiya Mazdoor Sangh is a trade union affiliated with which of the political organization? A says CPI, that is Communist Party of India. B says Congress. C says CPIM, that is Communist Party of India Marxist. And D says RSS, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. So the answer for this will be RSS. As you can see, RSS affiliated trade union slam monetization plan. And here you can read Bhartiya Mazdoor Sangh, BMS it is called. So this is very important. A question might come from this in your interview or in TISS also. And one more is given here, Center of Indian Trade Unions. Okay, as you can see. So you have to write in the comment below, C2 or Center of Indian Trade Unions is associated with which of the following. So the answer to that is present in the options. So try to answer this particular question. Now come to question number 6. It says, who of the following is associated with Shramik Mukti Dal? A says Aruna Roy, B says Ila Bhatt, C says Bejwada Wilson, and D says Bharata Patankar. Okay, so all these 4 names are very important from the point of view of TISS. There can be question on Aruna Roy, there can be question on Ila Bhatt and her organization, Bejwada Wilson and his organization, and the answer to this will be Bharat Patankar. And here you can see, so he was the partner of Gail Ombit, okay, and he along with Gail co-founded Shramik Mukti Dal. As you can see the next line, she co-founded Shramik Mukti Dal with her husband. Now come to question number 7. It is also important. Niti Aayog has collaborated with which company for Women Entrepreneurship Platform recently? So there was a tweet, as you can see, 21 hours ago, that is last night it was. So the option says Cisco, Microsoft, Google, Facebook. So answer to this will be Cisco. The Cisco, they have collaborated for a platform for women entrepreneurship. So this was also important. Now come to 8th question. It says, who was the co-founder of Hindu newspaper? So who among the following was one of the co-founder of Hindu newspaper? So this is basically a question of Indian history. So this question is important because when you will study the national movement, in that this particular question comes. A says Satyendra Nath Tagore, B says M.G. Ranade, that is Mahadev Govind Ranade, and C says Gopal Krishna Gokhale. So he had a newspaper by the name Hitwal, which is still popular in Maharashtra, some parts of Maharashtra like Nagpur. And then D says G. Subramanian Iyer. So the answer for this will be G. Subramanian Iyer. So this is also important. So these were the 8 important MCQs for today. Tomorrow also we will have next set of MCQs. So if you want to enroll, you can contact me at 7764869624. Thank you. Thanks for watching.